Om Shanti. A very warm welcome to all of you for joining this experiential meditation session. And today's topic is detaching from the roles of the life. जिनको हिंदी में ये सुनना है वो ज़ूम के अंदर इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑप्शन को सिलेक्ट करके वहाँ हिंदी लिखा हुआ है, उसको सिलेक्ट करेंगे तो आप हिंदी में सुन सकेंगे. So, I think every one of us can relate, right? That we all play very many roles in our life, right? And I can check that within last 24 hours I played a role of a son, I played a role of a teacher, played a role of a cleaner, and different roles we play, right? I played a role of a cleaner, ironer, so many different roles we play. A brother, a colleague. So we do play many roles. But while playing roles, what is the experience? That is the key, I think. That is what we all look for. And that is maybe while playing a role, we have a very pleasant experience, or maybe not so pleasant experience, or could be that experience could be suffocating, feeling being trapped. It could be all different things. But all these experiences we get based on how I see these roles and how I approach playing these roles. So let's take an example of where I am into a relationship and that relationship is not very trustworthy. You know that there is something not right, but you cannot say it. And if you say it, then it will become even worse. So it could be that. It could be that whatever you have tried in that relationship, it has never worked. And that fear doesn't allow you to even speak openly. Or it could be a relationship with a kid or someone else, right? Where whatever you are expecting, it's not really happening, and the things which you really don't want to experience it keeps on happening. The same words, the same dialogue keeps on happening again and again, and sometimes we feel trapped into it. And so what happens when we come into these kind of interactions or situations, at that time the mind slowly and gradually starts thinking in a very negative way. Maybe, is this what I have to go through it? Or sometimes we think that there is no outcome, or this is what I have to live, right? So sometimes the force of that that feeling of that experience is so strong that slowly and gradually the mind gets trapped into it, and all these same thoughts keeps on revolve in your mind again and again and again and again. And that creates a negative emotion. If the emotion is good, then there is a very good feeling. But if it is a negative emotion, then it will create all this, it will release all these stress hormones, and which will make your nerves and muscles stressed, and you will feel very, very uncomfortable. And when you are stressed, you will find that your physical and mental energy is also is used so much, and that's why we feel very exhausted, very tired. So I have to see how I really relate to these things. And it is said that whenever we create this thought, there is a there is a cycle of neurons which are around it, and which makes things even more complicated just by feeling that emotion. Say, for example, you feel that you are trapped in that situation, even though you are not in that situation, but if you are thinking too much, you will create that in your mind and you will have the similar experience. And so it's like mind is just caught into that thing where you there is no ray of hope, there is no way of moving out from it, there is no way of releasing that energy. So it's like you may experience this also sometimes, like if that experience of stress is momentarily, what happens, like say for example, you are heading out and you are in hurry and you are not finding your keys to lock your home. And if the more time passes by 5-10 minutes, right, and you want to go as quickly as possible, and the more that time it takes to find the key, what happens? There is a lot of stress gets created. And as soon as you find that key, what happens? Immediately that whatever that hormones of stress are is released and you feel normal, you feel calm, isn't it? So it is the same thing. It can happen when I am action conscious, when I am role conscious, and when the things doesn't go the way I have expected. And that makes the thing very, very, very complicated, right? So these are the situations where I want to know how I should handle these kind of situations, right? How to overcome it and why I want to overcome it, right? Because it is using my lot of energy and it doesn't give a very good experience, right? You feel trapped, you feel there is an anxiety, there is an anger, there is so many things, frustration. All of these things really evolve when you think that you are trapped, right? And who has created that? Somewhere you will see that whatever externally you are experiencing, actually it begins something very internally. Sometimes we don't realize what is happening inside, but then when you start seeing this in a physical way externally, then you start experiencing that. And this is the reason, the foremost reason, that I need to detach myself, because it's not helping me. It is making me more vulnerable, right? Do you all agree, right? And so how to have that detachment? There are a lot of research which has happened on this, right? That how to really make yourself feel better, or how to overcome these kind of emotions, these kind of feelings, right? And it is said that the answer is nothing but meditation, because meditation allows us to release this stress hormones, right? It allows you to be more in control, more calm, more peaceful, right? So, and it is said that nowadays people think that most of the things are genetic, but the recent research have found that even diabetes is only 1%. It is based on hereditary, on gene basis, The rest of the things, like 99%, it is said lifestyle. And in lifestyle is this, the kind of thinking, the kind of approach, the perception which I have, which triggers all these things. And if I am living in a very stressful environment, if I am creating stress, there is fear, there is uncertainty in my connection, in my performing roles, then what will happen? Then there will be some kind of disease, some kind of depressions, all these negative feelings which do come and which can cause maybe depression or maybe cancer, right? So all these kind of things do happen only because we don't know how to handle that stress, how to handle these kind of situations. And so there is this doctor, very popular doctor, a neuroscientist called Joe. I forgot the last name. If I recall, I will let you know that that scientist did so many tests, like on 7,500 people, and they told this group to meditate while sitting, while walking, while lying down, and they found amazing results. They checked the MRI, they did many different ways to find that what is happening in the brain. So they were able to break these circuits which are hardly tied with brain, where it creates all these stress things, and it keeps on circulating. When there is a stress, it spins very fast, and so through meditation you can break these cycles. And so when you are able to break through meditation these hardcore things in mind, these cycles, then slowly and gradually you are able to overcome stress. There are genes who can suppress the cancer cells. So that can also happen when your mind is in a meditative state. It can also trigger the stem cells, so that there are new formation of cells, and so that cells can experience relaxation, calmness. So there are many different ways, like you will feel that there is a change in the brain, and as well as it can change the muscles and the nerves, the way it functions. And so meditation is the way where you can really detach yourself. You can become very quiet, very serene, very sweet person when you start practicing meditation. And that will help to detach yourself from roles and have a very positive perspective towards life. Because we all come across, I would give you one of the example of my own, and we all come across different situations. So I was at one of the place where I was working, and I was the one who was supporting that department in terms of IT, in terms of software. And that department kept on blaming that it is your department who needs to fix the issue. There was some issue which was not getting resolved, and they kept on blaming us, especially me, because I was the one who was working on it. And there were many meetings which happened where I and my manager would be there in those meetings, and every time this group of 4 or 5 people, they will tell that you have to look into your side because there is some problem at your end. And I very patiently, having very optimistic approach, not blaming them, not getting frustrated by that, because I had been practicing meditation. So I kept on saying that, yeah, I will look into it. I was also very gently telling them that no, it doesn't look like that there is an issue on my side. I have looked at certain things. Now, maybe it is on your side. You should check, because we don't know what they are doing, how they are doing their thing. So it's a collaborative work, but then their field is completely different, which I don't have a knowledge, and what I know, they don't have a knowledge. So definitely there could be a clash, and ultimately we had to involve some third party vendor, and then we were able to find out that the problem was at your or at their end. And and looking at this whole thing, this whole thing went on for about, I would say, 2 to 3 months, and my manager was observing this all this time, how I was handling this situation. He was not saying anything. He was also favoring me wherever he can. But when the problem was sorted out, after that, the manager told me that I really appreciate the way you have handled this situation, right? So it is how you really deal with it. Many times the situations are not very favorable, but if you have a very right kind of an temperament, if you are if you practice meditation, you have a very calm, composed way of dealing things, then things do come. You can resolve things in a very peaceful manner also, without getting blamed or you blaming them. So all of that. So meditation really helps to 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 be very much focused in your role, and you do your best, you give your best in a given situation, and not turn around, right? So 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 you can practice meditation, bring meditation as make meditation a part of your life. Start meditation with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe in the morning, maybe in the evening. Keep on practicing that. Don't think that, yeah, because many times it will happen initially. If you start meditating, it may feel like that, okay, I have these things to do and I am very busy. But take this time out. This is very, very important, that if you are feeling well, if you are thinking about yourself, and if you are good mentally, you are feeling good, then I think you can handle anything, right? And then whatever situations you put up into, whatever role you have to perform, you can perform that role in a perfect way, in an ideal way, which we all want to do. But sometimes we get trapped into all of this, right? And so become aware of what is going on in my mind, what I'm bringing into my mind, what I'm accepting in my mind, right? So become aware about it, because once the thought goes into it, and once you start thinking about it, once you get overwhelmed by it, then you feel that the whole world, whole life is being ruined because of one particular thing which is happening in my life, because then it overrules you, and then makes you slave, makes you very uncomfortable, right? So yeah, we do have to play a role, but make sure that that role doesn't influence you so much that you lose the control, you lose your energy, and you become frustrated, or you give up, right? So that I can give good justice to all the roles which I perform, right? Because we play many, many roles, but we can play roles very beautifully when I am internally very peaceful, internally when I am very strong. Then I can deal with the things, whatever comes in my way, And there would be that self confidence, that faith within me that, okay, I can handle whatever comes to me. So, do you all agree? Right? So, that is why this detachment is required. That sometime let go of whatever it is, analyze. So, detachment also allows you to analyze the situation, what actually it is. It is not what I am feeling, but what is the reality. And once you know the reality, it becomes easier to deal with it. It is easier to handle it, right? Knowing that, like say for example, in my example, knowing that they are not right, but then it's okay if there is a misunderstanding with them. It's okay. There is some time when they will come to realization, right? So at that time, I need to have patience, right? So all these powers you can experience when you are at peace, when you are in harmony with yourself, when you have love for yourself. Then these qualities really naturally work, right? Otherwise, it goes other way around, which I explained you, right? So don't never get into this negative emotions or these kind of cycles, neurocycles, right? Don't get trapped into that. And if I have got in trapped into it, then there is a way to unwind it, right? By putting yourself into meditation. And meditation is nothing but in quarantine, right? Like say for example, many times we all use computers, right? The more you keep on using computer, what happens? More and more garbage files are keep on generating, temporary files keeps on generating, and then slowly gradually it fills your hard disk. What you need to do is you have to do cleanup. So what I need to do is, so that this accumulation doesn't happen on a regular basis, so sort it out on a regular basis so that it doesn't become such a huge thing that you cannot handle. So every day sort it out. Whatever has happened, is there a way to change it? So think before you end your day, spend some time reflecting to it and try to find what I can do better in this situation. And you will find certain things. If you have an habit of reflecting with yourself genuinely, honestly, then you will find different ways, different approach to overcome it. And this is how I can detach myself, see what is right, and then have a right approach, and then try new things, right? So that you can change the dynamics of it. And it is in our hand, right? Don't wait for others. Sometimes we wait for others that, oh, it is happening. It is very easy to blame others. It is very easy to excuse that, oh, because of this and this, it is happening. No, I have to take control over these things, right? I have to become master. Whatever the things are thrown at me, well, life throws at me, I have the power to handle it, right? So with this, let's now meditate. And if you have questions, maybe you can write it in the chat, or maybe at the end you can ask a question. Okay, if there is anything if I can address, I will try to address it. So let's sit for meditation and create a very powerful environment, a quantum field, which is a very elevated, high energy field, so that I feel charged in it, and thereby I become very calm, very peaceful, and I'm ready to play my role. So sit comfortably, relax yourself, relax your muscles, and relax your mind also. See yourself as a very positive, hopeful being. I am originally very pure. My intentions, my perception, my outlook is very, very pure. When I am honest, I feel light. I have love for myself. And this love allows me to be very hopeful with me and with others. I love myself unconditionally. Love is strength. Love creates willpower, self-belief, and thereby self-confidence. So appreciate what I am good at. The little effort which I make to change things. I truly love myself. Love creates the feeling of whatever things are around me, I am content with it. Because I do my best. Feeling of love allows me to control myself. Love releases all the tension and pressure. I feel relaxed and focused. If my present is good, my future will be good. I don't have to worry about the future. So let me be in present. I am at peace. I feel peaceful and calm. When I am with my true self, I conserve energy. I feel more in control of my feelings. I am peaceful and loveful, and I radiate energy of peace and love. My mind and my brain is also experiencing this divine quality of peace and love. Love is an healing energy. It is healing each and every cell of the body so that each and every cell of the body functions normally. peaceful and loveful. I'm feeling very light. There is this amazing lightness, lightness in my thoughts. My mind has become serene. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Does anyone have any question? You can unmute yourself and then ask a question if you have. Or I would suggest you can practice these kind of meditation. Spend 5-10 minutes regularly, right? You can do it couple of times, but at least once, which will really help you to become very, very mentally powerful, mentally peaceful, so that I don't get entangled into the roles which I play in my life. Okay.
I do realize if I do meditation in the morning, that more better than an evening or afternoon.
Yes.
After certain hours of morning, it's hard to concentrate.
Right. Yeah, very true. If you do it in the morning, it would be much
Like
more
4 o'clock, 5
easier.
o'clock.
Yeah, it is very easy in the morning because when we sleep, there is not so many things.
Yeah.
The mind is a little bit free from whatever has happened previous day. So it has, and the mind is fresh also. So yeah, practice in the morning, it is more advisable. But yeah, again, whenever you have time, please do practice. Okay?
Much. It was very helpful.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank
It was
you.
very nice. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining, and you all can join back next Tuesday with another interesting topic. Okay?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Om
Have a
Shanti.
good night.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti.